Action.
Hello, and welcome to Inside the Admissions Department. My name is Ryan, and I'll be your host. Today, our guest is Layla Peterson. Layla is an intrepid admissions coordinator for Sober Living by the Sea. Layla, thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Of course, and we're going to go right into the questions. The first question I have for you relates directly to the position as an intake coordinator. And when you're at your work and you are on the phones with someone who is calling for help, what type of patient profile do you take most frequently?
Most frequently, I take the client that is struggling with drug and alcohol abuse, that is looking for an inpatient program anywhere from 30 to 90 days. I'm able to gauge which facility is going to be the best fit for the client by asking them a series of questions.
Fantastic. And as I understand it, at Sober Living by the Sea, you do have 3 different programs. As I know, they are Sunrise Recovery Ranch, the Landing Facility, and also the Rose Facility. If we could take a moment to talk about Sunrise Recovery Ranch. Can you tell us about the program there and what truly makes it unique?
Yes, Sunrise Recovery Ranch, it's a 10-acre property overlooking the Riverside Mountains. We are a co-ed facility, however, all groups and housing are gender specific. We do have individual therapy sessions throughout the week, as well as taking them to 12-step meetings outside in the community. Also engaging in process groups, whether that's relapse prevention, anger management, codependency. What makes Sunrise Recovery Ranch so unique is that a lot of the staff that we have are in recovery themselves and are actual alumni of Sunrise Recovery Ranch, so they're able to show them how to live life based on how they've done it themselves.
Yes, it sounds like it would be a great opportunity for really to impact, so they might feel a sense of connection with someone who has what they have, long-term sobriety.
Absolutely.
All right, and now we're going to talk a little bit about the Rose facility, and you please dovetail anything you want to about the Landing as well. I do know that those are on the sand in Newport Beach. Could you tell us a little more?
Absolutely. So the Rose facility and the Landing is located in Newport Beach, California. Those are our out-of-network programs. They are gender specific, so any of the gentlemen or the women that are struggling with more sensitive issues, whether that be trauma or other dual diagnosis issues, it's going to be better addressed at that gender specific program. Also in each house there are only 6 clients that are there, so it's very individualized. It is a more Eastern meets Western approach, so on top of the amazing therapy that we are providing them and going to 12-step meetings outside in the community, we are also engaging them in massage therapy and acupuncture and yoga and other methods of relaxation and other techniques and tools that they can use later in life. At that program, we are also able to utilize every level of care for out-of-network, so we're able to keep them for up to 90 days or more.
Fantastic, fantastic. Thank you for that clear picture.
Of course.
Okay, so let's say we were talking about the Rose facility, which you just mentioned is our out-of-network all-women's program.
Mm-hmm.
What are some of the go-to value points when discussing with family or an individual seeking treatment that you like to sell in regards to the Rose that makes it not only unique, but also kind of something that you find that is pretty special about the Rose?
What I think is most special about the Rose is the trauma work. I find that 99% of the time these women are coming in with other issues, whether that's related to any sort of abuse or childhood trauma or trauma just as a result of their drug and alcohol use. The Rose is able to address that in a way where I don't feel other programs might be able to. We're also a very loving environment, a very nurturing environment. That's the approach that we take, and we love these girls until they're able to love themselves, and I think that that's what makes us truly unique.
Fabulous, fabulous. Thank you for that. And then when it comes to the Landing facility, I do know that it's an all-men's program that's here in the heart of the Newport Beach, kind of Costa Mesa area. What would you convey to a family or to an individual seeking help that would be relatable directly to them about why they might want to come to the Landing?
Why I think the Landing is such a phenomenal program is because it is a brotherhood. I have had personal friends of mine go through that program, and they create lifelong friendships there. Also very similar with the Rose, they are able to address more individually with the clients. They're also able to search more into that dual diagnosis and have more eyes on the clients at all times. It's also going to be catered to more individuals that are executives or children of executives or professionals that may need to have a little bit more TLC, that might need to be able to come together as a whole with the rest of the community, and recognize that even though you're a professional, even though you're an executive, you can still have a problem and you can always still better yourself.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful. Yeah, I certainly know that in this industry it's important to know that you're not alone, and that there are other people who look just like me, who also are staying sober moment by moment, day by day. Thank you. That's perfect. Now we're going to kind of get into the language that a person conveys to someone who is on the phone with you. Particularly, what are some of that particular language that you would use to convey to someone who's on the phone to kind of reassure them that they're talking to a professional, but also kind of carry a message of hope to that person that their loved one or they themselves can get the help they're looking for?
I find the most effective means of communicating with these families is trying my best to gain their trust in a very short period of time. After I gain their trust, I have to tell them a lot of things that they don't want to hear, a lot of boundaries that they need to put in place. Going to Al-Anon meetings, saying that, why would little Billy stop using heroin if he has a roof over his head, if he has food in his tummy, if he has money for gas?
Sure.
I have to kind of give them that harsh reality, and I feel that the most effective way to do that is to gain their trust first, ask them a little bit about themselves, what caused them to call today, what have they been through, and find a way for me to be sympathetic with what they've been through, and then to be able to give them the harsh reality of the situation.
Fantastic. Thank you. And then here's a fantastic aspect that we like to look at. And can you tell me, what is one objection that you tend to hear that comes to mind now of someone that may balk or want to stall at the intimidating idea of treatment? What perhaps is one or two of the things that come up that are a concern for a potential client or the loved one about treatment that you encounter all the time?
I get a lot. We get a lot of excuses for why someone doesn't want to go into treatment. We say around the office, no one goes skipping into rehab. I find that a lot of the excuses are, I can't leave my boyfriend, or I can't leave my girlfriend, I can't leave my significant other, I can't leave my family, I can't leave my job. And the fact of the matter is that individual is going to lose all of those things anyway, whether they go into treatment now and better their lives, or whether they keep using, they're going to lose those things anyway, so why not better their lives in hopes of the best chance for maintaining all of the things that are important to them.
That's awesome. Most certainly that would be a practical objection. What about someone who tells you, I've never been to treatment before and I'm really scared? How would you comfort them?
I don't use my personal story very often at all, but there are times where it is necessary in order for me to really have a good connection with that client. I find a lot of the times the clients just have confidence in talking with someone who has a very clear picture of what they need in their life, and hearing it from someone other than their family members. But there are certain times where I'm able to say, look, I've been in your situation before. I know exactly how you feel. I know this helpless, awful feeling that you're feeling right now, and I would love to show you a way to a better and more wonderful life, and I promise you won't regret it.
Beautiful. Well, fantastic. Well, that concludes the first part of our interview. Layla, thank you so much. It's been fantastic having you here, and we'll look forward to communicating with you guys again soon. Thanks, Layla.